Hey there. Today I'm diving into a dark chapter of American history, the Jim Crow laws. So what exactly were the Jim Crow laws? These were a series of state and local laws, mainly in the South, that enforced racial segregation from the late 1800s to the mid-1900s. They were designed to uphold white supremacy and deny black Americans their civil and human rights. Let me take you back to the historical context. After the Civil War ended in 1865, slavery was abolished. But sadly, many white Americans, particularly in the South, still believed in white racial superiority. During the Reconstruction era, black Americans began gaining political power and access to education and jobs. However, after Reconstruction ended in 1877, Southern states quickly passed laws to restrict black freedom. These laws were fueled by racist ideologies and supported by groups like the Ku Klux Klan. In 1896, the Supreme Court case Plessy v. Ferguson legalized segregation under the idea of separate but equal, giving states the green light to enforce Jim Crow laws. Now let's talk about government policies and actions. The US government, especially at the state level, played a major role in promoting and enforcing the Jim Crow system. Segregation was backed by official laws that separated black and white people in schools, buses, trains, restaurants, and even public restrooms. Black people were also denied the right to vote through poll taxes, literacy tests, and threats. Police often ignored or even participated in racial violence. Meanwhile, racist propaganda in newspapers and education reinforced negative stereotypes about black people. These laws weren't just about separation, they were designed to keep black Americans in a lower, powerless social position. The impact on individuals and communities was devastating. Socially, segregation created a society of constant disrespect and humiliation. Economically, black people were shut out of well-paying jobs and often forced into low-wage labor. Emotionally and physically, they lived in fear of arrest, beatings, or even lynching. One tragic example is the story of Emmett Till, a 14-year-old boy murdered in Mississippi in 1955 for allegedly whistling at a white woman. His mother, Mamie Till, held an open casket funeral to show the brutality of racism. Her courage helped fuel the civil rights movement, but it came at a heartbreaking cost. The legacy of the Jim Crow era continues to shape American society. Although the civil rights movement of the 1950s and 1960s led to important legal changes, like the Civil Rights Act of 1964 and the Voting Rights Act of 1965, the damage caused by decades of discrimination has left a legacy of inequality in education, wealth, housing, and the criminal justice system. The case of Jim Crow laws remains a powerful reminder of how governments can enforce racism through law and how important it is to defend human rights and fight for justice in every era. Thanks for watching. If you found this video informative, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Stay curious and stay informed.